Hey everyone, I want to tell you about Cozy Earth. It's the world's softest sheets. They keep you cool, dry, and comfy all night long. They're moisture wicking, breathable, and they even get softer with every wash. They have PJ sets. Who can't get behind PJ sets? Valentine's is coming up. Get your wife a pajama set. It's Oprah approved. They have free shipping on orders over $50 and a 100-night sleep trial on those bedding sets and a 10-year warranty. And right now, our listeners get to save 40% off using our code INFOGO at CozyEarth.com. Find the link in the show notes. Luxury, comfort, and cool sleep await you at CozyEarth.com. Welcome to the podcast. I'm William.
And I'm Kat.
And that makes this a dash of info.
Little things you want to know.
Absolutely. This episode is all about 3I Atlas, right? It's the interstellar comet it's really rewriting the rules of what a comet is.
Absolutely. And it's only the third object ever confirmed to come from outside our solar system.
Yeah, well, there's two other objects, and I guess you want to do the first one?
Yeah. There was the ʻOumuamua in 2017, which was the first interstellar object ever seen. It didn't look or act like a normal comet. There was no visible tail. It had an odd shape and unexplained acceleration, making it mysterious but still natural.
And then you had 2I Borisov in 2019, and this was the first clearly interstellar comet. It had a normal tail and familiar gases, showing that other star systems, well, they make comets kind of like ours.
Together, they showed that objects from our stars really do pass through our solar system, and they can behave very differently from one another. This isn't just another comet, it's moving on a strange path made of unexpected materials and behaving in ways scientists don't normally see.
This isn't just another comet, right? This isn't just another comet. It's moving on a strange path made of unexpected materials and behaving in ways scientists they don't normally see. And that leads to the big question. Why is this object so different? And what can it tell us about planets and stars far beyond our own?
Exactly. 3I Atlas was first noticed on July 1st, 2025, by a telescope system in Chile designed to scan the sky for fast moving objects. And when astronomers looked back at older images, they realized it had been visible as early as May 2025, and it was already active much farther from the sun than most comets are at that distance.
Because it was caught early, scientists had a rare chance to watch it before it really reached its closest point to the sun. Why is it called 3I Atlas? Well, 3I means it's the third interstellar object ever identified, and it goes by C/2025 N1 Atlas, which is its official comet designation. And Atlas comes from all of the telescopes that observe it.
The Atlas telescope isn't just in one place. It's really a small network designed to watch as much of the sky as possible. Their main locations in Hawaii, Mauna Loa, and Maui. In Chile, there was El Sauz Observatory near the Andes.
Wait, El Salsa Observatory?
Having
Let's wrap
telescopes
this thing up in a burrito, all right?
That was cute. I like that. So having telescopes in both the northern and southern hemispheres lets Atlas scan nearly the entire sky every night, which is why it's so good at spotting fast-moving objects like interstellar visitors.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
yeah, I would agree with that. And its path through space, well, it's one of the clearest clues that it came from, well, another star. It's an open one-way path, not an orbit around the sun, first of all. It's moving backward compared to, well, our planets. And near the sun, it's traveling over 150,000 miles per hour. Go NASCAR. Its speed is far too high for the sun's gravity to capture, right?
Right.
You like my NASCAR pun there?
Yes, yes, I did. In simple terms, it's just passing through, not really sticking around. You know, how close will it get, though? It's closest to the sun was late October 2025, slightly beyond Earth's orbit. And the closest to Earth, still millions of miles away, no danger of impact.
How big and active is it? Well, the solid core is hard to measure because it's throwing off dust and gas. But estimates, well, they range from a few hundred meters to several miles wide. What really surprises scientists most is that its activity releasing gas and dust even far from the sun, something most comets that we've observed, well, they just don't do it.
But where did it come from? 3I Atlas entered our solar system from the direction of Sagittarius, moving toward the center of the Milky Way. And that suggests it may have traveled through interstellar space for billions of years before briefly crossing our path.
Billions, you say, with a B?
Yeah, with a B.
Okay.
It's not bound to the sun. Its speed and trajectory make it impossible for it to have formed here, and it's essentially moving in a near straight line through the solar system.
And it's almost upside down orbit, right? Its
Mhm.
path is tilted 180 degrees compared to our planets. That kind of orientation is extremely unlikely for anything born in our solar system. Let's put it in perspective here, right? You live in one neighborhood. This thing came from many neighborhoods over just to come and say trick or treat.
Right. You, you
Sorry.
know, it's a galactic traveler. Its motion matches the general movement of stars in our galaxy, though its exact home system is unknown. It may have been drifting between stars long before Earth was even formed.
Yeah, but why does all that really matter? Well, this object is untouched material from, well, another planetary system. So, direct evidence that planets can eject debris into interstellar space. It's a sample of, well, however you want to call it, alien building blocks, if you will. No spacecraft, well, no spacecraft is required to do this.
But what makes 3I Atlas so weird? It's active where most comets are still frozen. Dust is coming off in a lopsided way, mostly from the side facing the sun. A narrow jet of material challenges standard comet explanations.
It's really a strange chemical recipe, if you will. Scientists confirmed it releases water vapor, but that's not the main ingredient, right? It has carbon dioxide, which appears to dominate, and the ratio of CO2 to water is far higher than the comets that we've observed. And well, there's other gases and complex dust grains. They're also present in this comet, 3I Atlas.
What that chemistry tells us, it formed in a very cold region around its original star, or its surface was altered by billions of years of radiation in deep space, or possibly both.
Light reflecting off its dust behaves in an extreme way never seen before in other comets. And that suggests that the dust grains might be unusually fluffy, made of exotic materials, or they release very gentle instead of explosively. And I say before we get into the biggest mysteries, Cat, I say we take a break.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I need a little water.
hmm It's all good. You made me want to drink my Pepsi.
Pepsi? You mean Coke?
No, I got a blue bottle in my hand, sir.
It should be red and white.
It's blue, red, white. Red, white, and blue. It's
You know,
patriotic.
Santa Claus drinks Coke. Sorry, he's around the world.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hey, everybody, we want to tell you about strong coffee. Every morning it starts with a choice. You can settle for just coffee, or you can rise up with strong coffee. And it's the world's strongest cup of joe. Strong isn't just a drink, it's a movement. It stands for striving to reach our natural greatness.
It's born from one simple need to be better. They rebuilt coffee from the ground up, infusing organic coffee with collagen, protein, nootropics, and functional ingredients that fuel your body and sharpen your mind. No crash, no compromises, just clean energy, focus, and flavor that fires you up.
Yeah, so whether you're chasing kids, chasing goals, or chasing greatness, don't just do it with coffee, do it with strong coffee. And our listeners can save 20% off just by using our code INFOGO at checkout. Hey, if you're looking for your favorite band or sports team or TV show, check out Old Glory. They've been in operation since 1969 and they have over 300,000 items. You know, they have from the Beatles all the way to Metallica, NFL, NBA. It really doesn't matter what you're looking for. They have tees, hoodies, hats, gifts, everything a true fan could ever want. And it's family owned and operated. They have fast shipping, free standard delivery on every order. And you know what? Our listeners get a 15% off at checkout using our code INFOGO. You can find the link in the show notes.
Well, any case, now that we're back, the biggest mysteries of Three Eye Atlas is a tail pointing toward the sun. Instead of trailing behind, part of the dust points sunward. And this isn't a trick of perspective, it's real. So, one idea was slow moving icy grains survive longer on the sun facing side.
So, what about the sudden brightening and color changes? Well, the comet brightened much faster than expected and temporarily changed colors. Well, that likely means gas activity, right?
The other thing was an extremely old surface. Some models suggest this object could be older than our solar system. Cosmic radiation over billions of years may have heavily altered its outer layers.
Think about that for a minute. Older than our solar system.
Crazy.
It's mind-boggling. And then you have tiny courses of changes, right? Its path shifts slightly in ways gravity alone, well, it really can't explain. And the likely cause is uneven jets of gas. Even if only a small part of the surface is active, well, this really echoes debates around ʻOumuamua, but current evidence still points to natural causes.
It's a whole new type of comet. Taken together, its chemistry, dust, and behavior, Three Eye Atlas may not be an oddball. It may represent just a different class of comet altogether, one common in the galaxy, but rare here.
No, I was going to say, think about that. There's so much speculation out there. We really only know what's inside of our solar system, right?
For the most part.
Yeah, I'm just saying, all three comets or all three interstellar objects that appeared have all been different. So I'm just saying, what can Three Eye Atlas teach us? It's a sample from another star system, right? It lets scientists compare our solar system's chemistry to whatever's going on with this or the other two before it. And with that, what forms around other stars? So, really, this helps answer, is our system normal or unusual? Think
You
about
know,
that. That is a lot to intake, right?
right. And objects like this show how material is. It's thrown out of young planetary systems, changed over time, and spread across the Milky Way.
Yeah, where ices form around stars, the high CO2 levels hint at where this object formed relative to its star, and that improves models of how planets and comets, well, how they form elsewhere.
At this point, they're rethinking what a comet really is. With only three interstellar visitors so far, everyone has broken expectations. Three Eye Atlas reminds us that comet may mean very different things in other solar systems.
Yeah, so what comes next? That's the big question everybody has. This object is moving too fast to chase with a spacecraft, but telescopes, well, telescopes on Earth worldwide, they're watching this thing closely. What we learn now, well, it will help us respond faster to the next interstellar visitor.
The big picture here is interstellar objects may be one of our best tools for understanding how planets form across the galaxy and how common the ingredients for life really are. Sometimes the universe sends the evidence straight to us. We just have to recognize it when it arrives.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, here's my take on it. I've heard different philosophers and physicists. I've watched different videos about how it's aliens and blah blah. Here's my thing. Could it be aliens? I'm not going to roll that out, but it is on the very bottom of my list. It truly is. And I'm thinking it's going to be something from another star system, something that by the way, these are all Williams' thoughts. None of this is proven, by the way. Um, I think it's going to be something that we're going to learn from other star systems. I really don't think it's aliens. What about you?
I think it's aliens. I'll be honest. uh, is that on my bingo card? It absolutely is.
Did you say bingo card?
Absolutely my life bingo card. Okay,
Okay.
because at this point, I didn't. I it things just kept popping up. I didn't initially make one, but I figured I'd make one after everything that has happened in my lifetime alone.
Well, I mean, think about it. I mean, I'm way older than you. I'm probably what twice your age, maybe three quarters of your age, whatever.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
I've seen all that stuff too. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
I don't think it's aliens. I think before we say it's aliens, we have to rule out X, Y, and Z before we move forward, right?
I mean, sure, sure.
Either way it goes, I think we can both agree Coke and Pepsi.
I'll drink a Coke if that's the only thing available.
What? Only thing
Yes.
available? No, well, first of all, you live in the South now. Everything is a Coke. I don't care what you're drinking, it's a Coke.
It's a dark carbonated beverage, so there's that with some caffeine.
No. Hey, I'm going to the store. You want me to get you a Coke? Sure. Give me a Mountain Dew. Okay. I mean, is everything is a Coke. I thought we've already had this conversation where up north it was what a pop, to the northwest it's a soda. Here
Mhm.
it's a Coke.
Yes, yes. But Mountain Dew is a Pepsi product, though.
But what I'm saying is, if somebody's going to the store and they say, "You want me to get you a Coke?" and you say, "Yes, give me a Mountain Dew," they say, "Okay."
Right. That's
Okay.
true.
So maybe Three Eye Atlas is the Coke of the universe.
Maybe, maybe.
Maybe, maybe. Anyway, really, honestly and truly, I don't even know where I was going with that. Hopefully, we got a chuckle and a laugh somewhere. That's pretty much all I've got on this, cat.
Me too. If you would like to support this podcast, tell a friend and help get the word out.
If you would like to help us keep the show going, you can do so at Patreon. The link is in the show notes.
And as always, William and I want to thank you for listening.
Whether you've been with us from day one or you just tuned in, thank you.
You can join the Facebook group at Info on the Go
Over there, you can share with us your show ideas.
or ask us a question.
But whatever you do, make sure you follow us wherever you get your podcast from.
Send us a text using the link in the show notes or leave a review.
And that review really does help others find us. You can also email us at,
Info on the Go podcast at gmail.com.
and you can find that link in the show notes. Till next time,
Stay curious.
I don't think it's aliens.
I do.